Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to address a profound and often overlooked topic: the psychological effects of slavery on the millennial generation. While slavery officially ended centuries ago, its impact continues to reverberate through our society, subtly shaping the mindsets and mental health of individuals even in present day. Firstly, it's crucial to acknowledge that slavery wasn't just a system of forced labor. It was a systematic dehumanization of an entire race. The psychological trauma inflicted upon slaves was deep and enduring, with effects that linger far beyond the abolition of slavery itself. The scars of slavery were passed down through generations, transmitted not only genetically, but also through cultural norms, societal structures, and interpersonal relationships. For millennials, the psychological effects of slavery manifest in various ways. One of the prominent consequences is a pervasive sense of identity fragmentation and cultural disconnect, basically saying we just don't know where we come from. Many millennials of African descent grapple with the fragmented sense of self, torn between the cultural heritage of their ancestor and the dominant narratives of the society that we inhabit. This internal conflict can lead to feelings of alienation, confusion, and profound search for belonging. Moreover, the legacy of slavery has contributed to perpetuation of systematic inequalities and racial disparities, which continue to shape the lives and experiences of millennials of color, from economic inequality to disparities in healthcare and education. The structural remnants of slavery continue to reinforce feelings of marginalization and injustice among young people today. This constant exposure to inequality can have a detrimental impact on mental health, leading to higher rates of anxiety, depression, and trauma-related disorder among millennials of color. Furthermore, the psychological effects of slavery extend beyond individuals' experience to impact collective consciousness and social dynamics. The enduring legacy of slavery fosters a culture of racial prejudice and discrimination, which permeates various aspects of society, from media representation to the criminal justice system. Millennials are not immune to these influences. They are shaped by the racialized narratives and stereotypes that have been perpetuated for centuries. Stereotypes such as being lazy, not having the knowledge to do things. In the healthcare field, black people are looked at to have higher pain tolerance. All of this we know to be untrue. But yet, doctors are still taught that African Americans have larger lung capacities, or teenagers go through puberty earlier because they are black. These type systems are set in place and they need to be changed. It will help us as millennials to be able to navigate life easier, make life decisions, and be concerned about our experiences in a different way if these systems are set in place properly. And confronting the psychological effects of slavery on the millennial generation, we must recognize the resilience and strength of those who have endured its legacy. Despite facing immense challenges, many millennials of African descent have demonstrated remarkable resilience and resistance, reclaiming their cultural heritage, advocating for social justice, and challenging the structures of oppression that continue to shape the world. We no longer live in a lot of those stereotypes, but yet they're still bestowed upon us. As we move forward, it is essential to acknowledge the psychological wounds inflicted by slavery and work towards healing and reconciliation. This requires confronting the uncomfortable truths of our history, dismantling system inequalities, and creating spaces for healing and empowerment within our communities. By addressing the many psychological effects of slavery on the millennial generation, we can move closer to building a more equitable and just society for all.